Hello, ChoroQ fans. We have another old classic bus. It's one of these bonnet buses. And bonnet buses are the old buses of Japan after World War II, where they literally have a bonnet, as the English call it, to cover up the engine. So usually, the nose is sticking out. It's not like a modern bus, it's all flat faced. So that's what the bonnet bus means. So 2003 is when this thing came out, this toy. And oh, well, there's an image of the real thing. Unfortunately, I haven't taken Google Translate to this, so I don't know what kind of bus that is. I'm going to have to do that later and try to find some other photos. Some images of the top, the back, and the front, so you get a good idea what's going on. It's 1361 on the license plate as well. Yeah, it's actually put in the same way as well. So a little plastic wrap keeps the paint from getting scratched up, although sometimes I find that doesn't actually help. Let me come back. Well, this is most educational indeed. So Google Translate kept on saying this is called a Maki Taro bus. And this bus company, Chuo Bus, this is one of their, I guess this is an old bus company that still exists today. And so it mentions something about wood and stuff like that. And so a little research here, wood gas powered buses in Japan. Reason being is after the war, there wasn't any gasoline for the Japanese. They just got destroyed, right? By bombs. Everything was bombed. So they still had to get the people moving again. So they literally put wood burning stoves onto the back of the bus to create power. Right? You can see steam coming out of this thing. So quite interesting. I still wasn't able to find out who actually made this bus, though. All I know is it's called the Maki Taro bus. All right. Well, anyways, at least I found, these photos. So, quite interesting. It's actually a piece of bus history. All right, and then the back thing. And look, they got the whole burning thing back there. All right. I'm sure there must actually be scale models, like realistic ones of this bus. Alright, but anyways, this guy has standard 5-spoke chrome wheels here, and then this printing obviously matches up. They did a good job matching the color scheme. The front end, we have a lot of rib details, but there's no paint in any of these vents. So, granted, the real one, they're just louvers, but I think a little black paint will help those out. It does have this logo on there, so that's good. And then it says 1361, which I'm going to assume is the license plate of this vehicle. Some silver paint here for the headlights, and they are like sticking out a little bit, so that's neat. There's also something up here. I guess that's some sort of emblem or something on the real thing. Route number area here, but no actual route. And that's not on the photographs. There's actually 2 windows up here instead. Some lights. These aren't on the real photograph either, but these 2 are. Alright, so you got the separate canopy. I don't know if... Oh, it is transparent. I saw some light on the other side. Yeah, see the pick on the other side? So this is a separate transparent piece. And then, where's the door? I don't know how you would get into this bus. Well, again, the photographs, the door is supposed to be right here, but there's no, panel cut. Alright, so I guess the highlight of this bus is this wood-burning stove. This is a sticker, it seems, of the fence or grating here. And then, this is the main stove, I guess. I'm not sure what these would be. This maybe sucks in the air. No, I think there's a wind blocker on the real thing. Alright, some vents here for the passengers, I guess. Maybe they're escape hatches. And then some bumps for lights, but no paint on that one. And then, when is, yeah, 03 matches what the box said. Standard construction of a screw and a tab. And the tires, they're still rubbery, yeah. So this is one of the rare ChoroQs that doesn't have a coin holder, right? Which is the way I like it. I'd rather see some sort of molded details than just a coin holder. So this is a cool one. Alright, let's pull out a couple other bonnet buses. So I decided to print out some bus wheels. I designed these for a previous bus, but they're classic kind of looking. Well, actually, they're not identical to the photos, but good enough. At least they're white. I also went and added some black paint to those vents and some orange on those three middle ones and the three middles in the back. And you'll notice now there is a coin holder because I realized this thing actually slides off. So if you really want to have the thing do wheelies, you can take this off and have it do wheelies, but for me, I like it like this. Alright, so I just took the wheels off the original axles and then slid these 3D printed ones on and switched the tires over. Okay, so I do have two other bonnet buses. Unfortunately, I can't remember what they are. Oh, actually, I took notes. This is an Isuzu bonnet bus. And this one is a Hino bonnet bus. So the white one's a Hino. And so I think these are all from the same era. And now I'm realizing that I think they all have the same middle body, which would explain why this thing has those lights that aren't on the photograph. So the middle section of these are all identical, and probably the back windows as well. Actually, this one is a shallower back window. That's slightly different. But the front ends are all different. Obviously, the venting and the lights are all in different locations. So, interesting. I do have two other bonnet buses as well, just more modern. This is a retro design. It's at some sort of theme park or something in Japan, but I think it's a modern bus. Same with this one. This one literally says Kanagawa Loop Bus, so I think it's just for tourists to look around Kanagawa, Japan, but it looks like an old bus. Alright, so here's the top view. Alright. It's always a pleasure to learn about the real world by, collecting toys. I collect toys because I think they're cool, they're fun, but it's always nice to kind of learn something about the real world because it helps justify wasting your money. Because face it, buying toys is a waste of money. But at least I learned something today, and hopefully you learned something today as well. I can't imagine putting a wood stove on the back of a bus made this thing perform very well. This thing must have been slow as molasses, but at least it got people off their feet, right? Well, hopefully I'll find another bus in the future of some historic distinction. Alright, thanks ChoroQ, and thank you guys for watching. Sayonara.